Alright, so something happened where the recording video had stopped and it did not warn me ahead of time. This is the actual video where it stopped, and I already had went on for at least another hour or 30 minutes, I don't know. This is where I had left off. Basically, this issue with the UVs, and the file that I was working on I had overridden after correcting it, assuming that the video was still recording. But right now I'm going to show how to fix this where the video didn't record the thing. So just to recap, this is the issue with the UVs. It's doing some weird stuff, and here is the mesh. This is the closest that I was. In the mesh, it's already corrected because, you know, like I said, I corrected it, but the video didn't record it. I'm going to show how to correct it anyway. Anyway, you just noticed here, I'm going to open up the UV editor, UV toolkit in case. If you're not sure, it's this one right there. I have UV shell selected. I just hover over, click it, again move it over. Grab that, click it, hover over it, and just move it over. Basically what it is that you have the front and back, side and side UV shells on top of each other. So I'm just showing how to make it look like that. Now I cannot simulate the problem, or I mean I could try. I think it was one of these, right? So if I go in here, alright, so I went in and I simulated some of the issues, not exactly, but it's in this actually looks worse, right, than what we had before. So this is how to fix it. What happened was that for whatever the hell reason, the UV dots, right, these are the UV dots. I'll press 1. These are the UV dots. They look like similar to the vertices, right? These are UV dots in kind of brownish color, right? Versus holding right click, vertex mode. Vertices are purple. I guess the reverse cousin of it is the UVs, because they look very similar. If I right click and hold, choose UV. I repeat, go back, right click, UV, opens up another sub menu, UV. These are the UV dots. You can't move them in 3D world. They're 2D, right? They only can be manipulated in UV editor in 2D. See this? So what happened was that they were split. The UV little dots were split open. If I press 3, you can see it. See this? All this craziness. You don't touch and move them. Leave it alone as they are in place. These have to be fixed. So the way you fix them, right? If I press 3, you see the problem. You could just grab all of it in UVs, the UV dots. Press W and just select all of it. You go to cut and sew, merge, option box. This is the default, right? I repeat, cut and sew, merge, bam. See? Corrected it. So that's how we correct it. Press 1 for the low poly shell cage. Press 3 for the smooth preview mesh. As you can see, it's clean. Press 1. Right click, object mode. Click outside. Select it again. I'm going to press 3. Now you notice how during the smooth preview, the mesh, it interpolates like this. Versus 1, which is predictable how it looks like. 3 looks like this. What I want to show is select the mesh, attribute editor. I have everything closed, so for the sake of not getting confused, go to smooth mesh and close that. Smooth mesh, open subdiv controls. This has to do with the UVs, the 2D skin representation of the mesh. In here, smooth mesh, open subject controls. This is how the mesh looks like when you press 3 for the smooth preview. There's some subtle little variances that happens, but these have to be corrected. So in here, this is the default. You have to change it to preserve edges and corners. If you do that, this will change. Boom. See? And then smooth triangles. Boom. That's for UVs. Please be aware of this. This is not easy to find. There's not a whole lot of tutorials or written documentations regarding this. It's like one of those hidden little things. So very, very important about that. Alright, so from here, we're actually really close to finalizing this part. You'll notice some of these new little tool icons. These were made and shown during the moments in the video, during those 45 minutes that I lost. So I had to show them again. Alright, so here we are. This tool set here, right, the poly count, you can put it on the shelf. You go to display. I'm going to tear this off. So dot 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 dot. See it? Then heads up display. Poly count is already checked on. I'm going to hold Control and Shift. I repeat, I hold Control and Shift. Then I left click. Puts it there. Okay. Then I need to go and let me see here, polygons. Yeah, you know what? Let's put in back face color. Control Shift, left click. Face normals. Control Shift, left click. Normal size NS. Control Shift, left click. I'm gonna close that. Then mesh display, reverse. Just Control Shift, left click. So I want to delete the history. I don't feel safe about having a whole lot of construction history. Right here, delete history. Oh, good. I'm gonna cut this hole out. Right click, go to face mode, because I want to delete some face. I'm gonna just turn on Object X symmetry. Select that face. Select that face. Press 4, wireframe unshaded. Press Q, as in Q-tip. Move my gizmo out of the way. Now, making sure nothing else is selected, press backspace. Press 5, and there's our hole. Okay, I feel like saving this file. Control Shift S. I'm gonna name this neck hole. Deleted. If I look up here, it still show .mb, so we're good. Next thing I need to do is this mesh and this mesh, they need to be combined. Right now they're separate, see? But before I do that, I need to make sure to grab this and this. This is transform data when I had scaled it. This has transform data when moving it up. It still has some history, so I'm gonna grab both of it because we're gonna do a major operation that I don't feel safe about having some data in here and here. You're gonna go to freeze transformations, gonna wipe this out, make it default values. Also delete history. Delete history, freeze transforms, clean, no data, clean information, the movement, rotation, scale, clean information in the history. Good. Now I'm going to select all of it. Shift right click and hold. Combine. But look what happens when I press combine when you compare it to the what we have here. I'm going to combine it. As soon as I did that, we have one mesh, but also made these leftover I think they call them what, transform nodes or something. These, they can be problematic. Left clicking on it, dragging it so it highlights everything, drag, select, highlight, then delete history once more. You only can do the combine if your model is in object mode. And now we combined it, we deleted the history, which is good. I'm gonna name it I'm gonna save it again, Control Shift S. Combined. I need to fill in this hole, you know, to patch up any holes. But before we do that, what I want to do is right click, go to edge mode. Edge mode. This here, I'm going to double click it. Double clicked it. I'm going to turn off any symmetry. The key point is I need to have the pivot point dead centered. See? This ring, its move gizmo is dead centered. Press R for scale. I'm just going to scale it in. But I'm going to scale it in using the constrained scale. This guy right here. Or maybe I could do that. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the center scale. The center cube, pull on it. That much space. Click outside. Good. Alright, next. I need to combine. So I have this line and this line. They're going to connect. Now this line, there's nothing to connect. And I want it to be nicely connected. So I'm going to go right click object mode. If you're in object mode, the insert edge loop is going to be here. But depending on what component you're in, let's see if you're in face mode, right click face mode, and I do shift right click, the insert edge loop is going to be not even here. See? Depending on what component you are in, the tools, the modeling tools will kind of shift around. That's something you have to be aware of because it will confuse the heck out of you. If I go right click edge mode, I'm in edges now, shift right click. Now remember when previously the insert edge loop was here, now since I'm in edge mode, the tool is shuffled over to down here, insert edge loop. If I'm in vertex mode, the insert edge loop is nowhere to be found. So that's something to be aware of. Right click, I'm just going to go to object mode and just choose the tools from there as a baseline. Shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm going to turn on symmetry, object Z, so that whatever I do on the front, the back will follow through. Space bar, top view, zoom in. Now this insert edge loop is going to make a line either going up or across. I want it to go right here. Or wherever I want to put a line going across, I need to just touch something going across, perpendicular. And the way you do the function is you click on a line, any one of these straight lines, perpendicular, say this line or this line, whatever. You click on the line, you don't let go, you drag it and you let the line, I'm going to match it up right there. And then I'm going to let go. Make sure you have your object Z turned on, save some time. Then I'm gonna press W to get out of the tool because it's still live if you notice the cursor. Spacebar, right? Press W. Good. Then I'm gonna go in. I'm in edge mode, right? Edge mode. Select that edge. I like to press Q just for the pick selection. Hold Shift, pick that edge and this edge, right? Press Shift, right click and hold, bridge. Boom. See? Press W to get out of the tool. Let's do this side. Select that, press Q to hide the tool, Shift, select this edge, parallel running edges, Shift right click and hold, bridge. Boom. Press W, get out of that tool. Select that, press Q, Shift select that, right? Shift right click and hold, bridge. I'm gonna grab this, Shift select that, Shift right click and hold, bridge. Select that, Shift select that, Shift right click and hold, bridge. Select that, Shift select that. Always make sure that you don't grab anything else. Shift right click, hold, bridge. Boom. Now press W to get out of the tool. Always press W to get out. Right click, object mode, press 3. I want to delete history. Delete history, boom. Let's save this. Control Shift S. And then bridged. I'll name it bridged. Or bridged. Hold. Enter. I need to see my UV editor. So this happened. It got all jacked up due to you know, combining and bridging and all of that. It doesn't know what to make of it. UV shell tool. Click on it. Just drag it over. You'll also notice these weird looking huge cubes. See this one right here? This, if I click it, is actually these additional edge loops extrusions that was made. It just doesn't know what to do, so it just makes a big fat cube or a UV map of it. Anyhow, so that's what that is. Those are little culprits that I need. I will make one big chunky top down looking projection, so I want all of it. There's probably more than one stacked, so I'm gonna marquee, just do a little drag select, chuck it over. This long skinny thing, right, that's this. See, they're interactive. I'm in UV shell, but I could grab the UV shell from here too, see? But I don't want to move it here, see? I want to grab it and then from here. I'm gonna grab this Q. I'm still missing these, which is all of this. Hold Shift and do a drag select. Because you have multiple on top. See? All stacked. That can mess you up. I'm gonna grab all of it like that. Just to confirm. Then I'm gonna go create planar option box. We're gonna slam a projection going down. Set it to Y, which is up and down. Keep image with height ratio. Bounding box, blah blah blah. Hit project. Boom. Grab it, chuck it over there.